What's going on, boys? Welcome back to the channel. Today is going to be a really fun day. Before we jump into today though, just a reminder guys, tomorrow at noon Pacific Standard Time, we are going to be doing our merch drop. And guys, you're not going to want to miss this out. So here we have, once again, we have our Silvers Racing sweater and t-shirt. And we have our BBR Tuned sweater and t-shirt. So that way you guys can grab one of these on our website, which is always linked down below. So don't miss your chance. So jumping into today's video, as you can tell here, I have VA bait ready to go for the lift. And what we're going to be doing today is putting some new suspension on the car. So I have to give a big shout out to today's sponsor. Import Image Racing has definitely taken care of us. Big shout out to those guys for reaching out, because once they saw this thing bunny hopping down the racetrack, they knew, like I did, it was time for some new, better suspension on the car. Something we've always battled on this car is getting it to go A to B on a clean pass. So they went ahead, reached out to me. We got a custom spring rate, custom set of Silvers Neomax external reservoir shocks, which I already got laid out for you guys here. Look at these beauties. So really excited to be working with these. Definitely going to be a bit of a learning experience for learning more on suspension and how to set this up. But as you guys can see, these things are just an artwork. So really excited to get these on today. There's all the stuff for them. What is on the car right now, as you can see, we still have the sweaters on here. So don't miss a chance. These, I know they're going to sell out pretty much instantaneously, so don't miss it. What's on here right now is probably what you're asking yourself, and we have a set of D2 drag coils on this car. It is what this car had came with when I originally bought it to become my drag car. How old they are, I'm not too sure. Obviously this is a 2015, so I would imagine they're newer than that. When we were bunny hopping the car, you'll see here on the top hats, this one is centered and this one is not. So there is quite a bit of camber on this, and I imagine that's from when we were bunny hopping the last outing, because I haven't seen that before. Played with the suspension specs and it just seemed like nothing wanted to work. Now I'm sure if I spent more time with this, stiffened the car up, went the right direction, we could definitely get these things to work better than what they are. But at the end, I am really excited to work with these. We did, like I said, a custom spring rate, so we may have to end up switching out these springs because I did go on the stiffer side. Treating this in my mind like a Honda project, because this thing is so light in the rear. All the weight is up in the front. You could literally pick up the back of the car. So definitely want something stiffer in the back, so that way we don't get the bunny hop action going. So I'm gonna get this thing up in the air. I really don't want to pull off these rear wheels because I know I need to change out a couple of lug studs on this side. So they go on. I ran a tap down it and they're on. It's just I don't want to keep pulling them on and off, because then I'm gonna have to switch those lug studs. But we'll see. Like I said, I'm gonna get this thing up in the air. We're gonna get the front wheels off and we'll see together what we're gonna be doing to tackle this, and then we'll go over ride height, setting these up, everything you need to know. Also guys, if you do need anything, Import Image Racing has just about anything you could ever think of on their website. I have asked them if we could get some form of a discount code. Unfortunately, they don't do that yet, but in the future, they said that could be an option for you guys. So definitely give them a check out down below in the description for you. You need anything for your car, doesn't matter what it is, Subaru, Evo, GM, anything, they have something for you down below. All right, before we get too carried away and started, I wanted to measure where we currently are on the car. Grabbing my measuring tape here. So we can see the front, we are at 27 inches, and the rear is a little bit higher. Try to help that weight stay in the front. We are at 27 and a half. Now I did make sure to have these things all aired up the same pressure before I measured that. Right side is the same, you know, for a corner balance situation, which I don't have scales here. Then that's where you'd start to manipulate that a little bit, where it wouldn't match in some places. But for just a standard, putting these on right now, we're not doing corner balancing. We're gonna go ahead and put it on, set it the same height, driver and passenger for now. And then down the road, we can always do a corner balance in the car. So Now I got this thing all racked. I'm gonna go ahead and get these front wheels off. We're gonna tackle the front first. Then we'll go to the rear. Hopefully the rear is gonna be easier because obviously there is nothing in the back of the scene, so I can get right to the struts. Hopefully I can leave those wheels on because I don't want to deal with that lug stud. And we can get these new Silvers coilers on this car. All right, just wrapping up the back of the thing. Coilers are now all installed. Everything is really accessible, so it makes it really nice. I did end up still having to zip tie my brake line over to the shock. Not their fault, it's just this car doesn't have the factory brake line mounts on it anymore. So those are all tied up. This external reservoir, being able to dampen right here, just reach under, is really nice. Got the rear really stiffened up. We're gonna put this thing back on the ground. I already did a bolt check on everything. Yes, I promised guys I went over all the suspension stuff this time after seeing that strut loose. So did that. I'm gonna torque the front lug nuts. Rear I didn't have to take off. We are back at the same height we were, 27.5 in the rear, 27 in the front. So let me put this on the ground, torque these front wheels. Fire will grow up, and I'm gonna go sweep some rocks off our little runway outside. And you guys know I couldn't just put this on and not do a test launch for you. So that's what we're gonna do. Is it gonna hook up? Probably not, but I have it turned quite a bit down right now. Like I said, I just wanna get this thing going A to B. That is the main point of making all these changes and going through the car, turning the car way down, try to get it to work and get my short track dialed in. And then once we have that dialed in, we can turn the car back up. We already know it can make the power. So out here, not a prep surface. Car's turned down on launch control, all the way turned down right now on boost. So we'll see how it does. Like I said, I don't think it's gonna hook up too well, but I can at least get a video of what the suspension is doing. Rear, like I said, is pretty much all the way on stiffness for the rear dampening. Front is halfway. These are 40-way adjustable, so 20 front, 30 rear is where I have it right now. We're gonna see how that does, and we can always make adjustments from there, because the last time I had it on the soft setting, and the softer I want, the worse things got. So I'm gonna start out on stiffer side, and worst case I can add more stiffness. I've been letting this thing warm up for a good minute, got tire pressure dropped down, and I went ahead and swept all the rocks. But as you guys can see, not a prep surface at all, but decent straightaway here. Just gonna do a first gear, see how things go. I'm gonna set you guys up. Let's see how this thing launches on a non-prep surface. But I imagine our track isn't going to be that much better, so let's see what happens. All right, I wasn't gonna do 2 of those, but the first one, car felt like it was on ice. Second one, it's like it came out of launch control and then went back in, so I have to look at that. But I left on like 14, 16 pounds, and to my surprise, it attempted the hook. It hooked for about the first, I don't know, what, 40 feet, and then as soon as it got to the top of the gear, it blew the tires off, but definitely was leaving nice and straight, as you can see. A little bit to the left right there, but that's right where it hit that dirt and it spun. So I gotta say, I'm thoroughly impressed for a no prep surface and how this car has always been. It's never gone that straight and it's never left that good. So it makes me really excited to see what these things can do on a real track surface and real prep. Now, I don't know how much prep our track's gonna have, being that it's been closed down for 2 years and that's what we're waiting to go to. So I am thinking about going and look at a trailer today to then travel and have my own trailer. But look who showed up. Yeah, he left me. He moved away. Mr. Drone.
Moved away and I'm back. 2
Good
weeks.
to see you, buddy.
Good to see you too, man.
Look, I haven't even showed him on here the new truck.
I know.
So those of you that don't follow us on social media, I did buy another truck a lot sooner than I had originally planned. This is a 2024 Denali Ultimate. I had one on order, not in an Ultimate, and it was gonna be about 4 to 5 months, and someone fell through and I lucked out and got the exact truck I wanted, so I couldn't be happier. I miss my truck. Dude, you guys see the interior? Ooh.
I want to see the Lambo.
Damn, he just got me there. All right, I'm gonna wrap this video up, boys. Hopefully you enjoyed this. Try to give you some better stuff than just installing suspension, doing a hit in this car, because I don't think I've ever done that really on the channel. I think we did go out in the country one time in Mexico, of course, and did the same scenario like this. I'm really impressed, really excited to further push my knowledge of this car and learning how to set the suspension up. Once again, big shout out to Import Racing Image and Silvers for sponsoring the car with these coilovers and taking care of us and giving us this opportunity. So again, guys, I will catch you in the next video.
Living life up in the fast lane. Hey. Living life up in the fast lane. And I ain't slowing down, I ain't slowing down, I ain't slowing down. Living life up in the fast lane. Pedal to the ground, pedal to the ground, pedal to the ground. Living life up in the fast lane. Life, though you lemons, you just put them in Coronas, Coronas. Coronas. I've been working, I need that advance with the bonus. The bonus, the bonus. Ain't no thoughts about tomorrow, I'm just living in the moment. The moment, the moment. Full tank of gas and 200 on the dash. Bitch, I'm zoning, I'm zoning, I'm zoning. Fast lane, living life up in the fast lane. Hey. Living life up in the fast lane. And I ain't slowing down, I ain't slowing down, I ain't slowing down. Living life up in the fast lane. Pedal to the ground, pedal to the ground, pedal to the